It was a calamitous collapse as an understrength West Indies failed to show an ounce of character, tumbling to a 6-wicket defeat at the hands of Bangladesh in the first one-day international in Dhaka. The one ray of hope for the West Indies came in TNT spinner Akeal Hosein, who took 3 wickets on debut, but as you'll see in this report, his batsmen didn't back him up. Joshua De Silva and Sunil Ambrice walked out as the West Indies was asked to bat first in the series opener. 8 balls into the innings, Ambrice was trapped LBW. The Windies off to the worst possible start at 9 for 1. After a short rain delay, 4 overs later, De Silva was gone.
Oh, taken!
It continued to be a tricky test for the visitors. Andrew McCarthy lucky to get off here. But not here. The Jamaican became Shakib Al Hassan's 150th home wicket, with the West Indies now 45 for 3. It would be a slide they would fail to recover from. Captain Jason Mohammed smartly stumped by Mushfiqur Rahim for 17. Without a run being added, it became 56 for 5 when Nkrumah Bonner was trapped LBW. He reviewed it, and this was the DRS decision. Thanks to a 59-run stand between Rovman Powell and also Kyle Mayers, some respectability was added to the scoreline. Mayers top scored for the Windies with 40, while Powell made 28. But the Windies would collapse to 122 all-out in just 32.2 overs. Shakib Al Hassan would finish with figures of 7.2 overs, 2 maidens, 4 for 8. In response, the Bangladeshi opening pair put on 47 runs to begin their chase. It would be Akeal Hosein who would get the breakthrough for the Windies, removing Leighton Das for 14. In the next over, he would get the wicket of Najmal Hussain Shanto as the host slipped to 57 for 2. That would become 83 for 3 when Mohammed had Tamim Iqbal smartly stumped by De Silva for 44. Hussain would continue to impress on his ODI debut, bowling Shakib Al Hassan for 19. He would finish with 3 for 26. But the runs just weren't there, and Bangladesh was able to get over the line with only a hiccup. While the batting was dim, the bowling was the only bright spot for the West Indies in the first match of the series. What words do you say if you're the captain after such a game? Captain Jason Mohammed says a little bit more patience is required during the middle overs so another collapse as we saw today does not happen again. Mohammed also said he's taking the positives out of the performances from the likes of Akeal Hosein and Kyle Mayers, but did not use inexperience as an excuse.
Obviously, I think we have to give ourselves a little bit more time. Obviously, it's difficult to score in the middle with the spinners, so I think negotiation, that part of the innings is going to be more crucial for us, and obviously we need to play that period of bowling a little bit better. I think we're going to discuss certain things and see what's the best idea and what's the best plan we can come up with.
Meanwhile, the West Indies debutant stars Akeal Hosein and Kyle Mayers reflected on their performances, which will ultimately be the bright spot for the regional side for the rest of the series. Listen in.
I was happy with my performance. Having said that, not being able to take my team to a victory will always be in the back of your mind, but I was pretty happy with my performance.
I thought mine was just fair, decent start, nothing too happy about, because the team was struggling and I wanted to take them further into the 50 overs. But as Aki said, it's always next time there's a positive to take from this one.
Second one-day international starts 11 p.m. tomorrow night.